After reading this first passage, I could turn to Fernando and say, hey, Fernando, I just read this passage about how Latin American, specifically women writers, in the 80s, totally revolutionized autobiography, in order to express their own experiences. Just coming straight out of the passage, right? So when I'm asked what the main point is, Latin American women revolutionized autobiography in order to express their own experience. Look at how exactly that is answer choice B. That's how we could be confident that we have the right answer to the main point question. It's exactly what we would tell good old solid Fernando. For question 2, we want to know what is motivating them. I'm in line 47. They employ these forms to express the complexities inherent in the formation of their identities. What's motivating them? The complexities of identity formation faced by them. The passage said it. That's how we know it's right. For question 3, the question is, why do we bring up getting home alive? Here's what we said about it in line 35. Getting home alive departs even further from the conventions. Why do we bring it up? To show how far they went from the conventional wisdom, to illustrate the extent of their experimentation, to show how far they went away from the convention. Number 4, what does the author say about the authors the titles that she mentions? In Borderlands, I'm in line 21, Ansaldúa, I think I said that right, presents her history by juxtaposing narrative sequences and poetry. They don't belong in a single genre. Loving and the Warriors, characterized by a mixture, likewise characterized by mixture. So they're both a mixture of genres. Getting Home Alive, again, line 49, narratives and poems. It departed, as we just talked about, even further from conventions. Each of these contains some material that would ordinarily be regarded as belonging to a genre other than autobiography. Yeah, poetry, a mixture of genres, something else. We've got the evidence for it. That's how we know A is right. In 5, we know the author thinks that readers in general might not recognize the purpose for an unconventional organization because she said that, I'm in line 43, 44, the ordering may seem fragmentary and confusing. Readers may not know that there is a purpose to that unconventional organization. And 6 just follows right on the heels very naturally of question 5. What is an existing generic parameter? Well, the whole thing we've been talking about here is how the unconventional organization stretched the boundaries. So what is a generic representation? Well, a very linear, ordered, sequential system, right? The events presented should be arranged sequentially according to when they actually happened. That is exactly what Getting Home Alive departs from. So it is the convention. That's how that works. That's how you know that A is the right answer, by the contrast made in the passage. Question 7 is my favorite because to me it's very straightforward. The claim the author makes is that these Latin American women authors revolutionized autobiography. So if D is true, they ain't revolutionized shit. This was being done 100 or 150, maybe nearly even 200 years ago. This was being done in the 19th century. If that's true, they didn't revolutionize, and this argument's just flat, straight busted. And that finishes his first passage. So here's the deal with these free videos. They're intended to serve a very narrow purpose. For those times when you're wondering, why is that the right answer? You can just come here for a complete library and find out why it was the right answer. And I hope that you'll find that it was very instructive. Of course, the other part of the deal is that since LSAC publishes all of their tests along with test keys, that means that there's no barrier to entry for test prep. And you can hear the air quotes, I hope. Anybody can, and lots of people have, set up shop and call themselves test prep companies. And they've got the questions, they've got the answer keys, and they just try to explain to you why the right answer is right. and then they charge you money for it? That is wrong. I want to put a stop to it. I want to sweep the legs right out from under them. It is bad for you. It's bad for me too. So if you want to know what the right answer is and why the right answer is right, I want you to be able to come here and find it out for free without paying anybody for it. That's very different from what I do in the paid course. What I think has value about what I do is that I can tell you ahead of time what every question wants from you, what to expect from the right answer, how to formulate a right answer, and then how you can expect wrong answers to sound, so that you know before you ever open up a test book exactly what to expect. And all the practice videos that are part of the paid course are just me putting that theory into practice. It's just the rubber meeting the road. In other words, I'm going to show you, based on what we've done before, how we're going to react when it comes up next time. And that bit, knowing what to do the next time you see something, that I think is worth paying for. And if you agree, I'd love to have you in the course. And if not, that's fine too. Don't pay anybody to explain why right answers are right. Just watch these for free. Enjoy.